Thanks for watching today. If you're a parent and you have children, then I'm sure you've experienced the situations where, try as you may, you cannot get your kids to do what you want them to do. So we're going to talk about how we can better influence our children today. Before we get into that, though, let's talk about, first of all, what is it that we're really after? Because oftentimes we want things in life, but we're not really clear on what it is that we're trying to do. Just know this, that everything we do for a reason. So as a parent, if I'm trying to get my child to do something that I'm wanting them to do, there's a reason behind that, right? Oftentimes we don't think that through, though. We're feeling something, we're observing something, and we want our child to do or not do something that they are doing. But it isn't just random, and it isn't for no reason at all. Everything we do for a reason. Now remember, there's two primary reasons for which we do anything and everything. Those two reasons are either to obtain pleasure or to avoid pain. Or it could be the pleasure it's love-based, pain is fear-based. I believe ultimately that everything that we do because we think that it's going to make us happy. So think about our children when they are behaving in ways that we feel like are putting them at risk or at danger. That's a combination of love and fear. So we don't want them to do something that's going to hurt them or harm them because we love them, but we also may have some fear that they're going to get hurt by doing the behavior. And so they kind of work together that way. One side note of just something to understand is that as far as a motivator for behavior, so if you're trying to, again, influence your child to do or not do something, fear can be an effective short-term motivator. For example, if your young child is running into the street, and cars are coming, you may yell at your child that may startle them and stop them, and the yelling may create some fear in them long enough for them to stop and to keep them safe. But as a long-term motivator, fear tends to break down and to not work as effectively. So love is a much better long-term motivator. Again, as a parent, spend some time thinking about, so what is your goal as a parent? What is it that you are really after? Do you want your child to grow up needing and requiring you to tell them what to do or what not to do throughout their whole life? Or is your goal to get them to a place where they know how to make decisions on their own? And not just decisions, but self-interest or healthy decisions. And the way to do that is to start when they're young and teaching them. And in order to teach them, you got to spend time with them. You've got to have a relationship with them so that they want to be around you and they want to listen to you. If whenever they're around you, they're getting in trouble, you're getting after them, you're critical of them, they may not want to be around you very much, and they then may seek out friends and other people who seem to be more accepting of who they are. So they may not hear the message behind your words, the love and the concern that you have for them. They may just hear the criticism and or nagging or whatever they call it, and as a result not want to spend much time with you. So begin as early as you can spending time and building a relationship with your son or daughter, hopefully creating a relationship where they trust you, they respect you, they look up to you, and they want to spend time with you. And in your own life, you're modeling for them healthy behavior, managing your emotions, managing your behaviors, choosing to be happy and to be excited about life, not sad, unhappy, fear-based, angry all of the time. Modeling for them the kind of life that you want for them so that as they see and observe you, they're going to want to be more like you. That's the first thing, is again getting clear on what is my goal, for my child? Is it to teach, to educate so that they can make healthy choices on their own, or is it to control them? Everything in life we do, or everything in life that we do for a reason. The same thing goes for your children. Sometimes when we look at our children's behavior, we have an emotion of anger or fear, and based on whatever thought we have going on in our head about why our child is behaving the way that they are, if we think that they're behaving in a way to disrespect us, to make us angry, to hurt us, we're going to attach a meaning to that behavior that may be different than what it really is. So there are two primary reasons for doing the things that we do. It's to avoid pain and to achieve or receive pleasure. Or, in other words, it's to be happy. So if you look at yourself and in your life, why do you do the things that you do? Isn't it because you think that by doing those things, your life is going to be better off? You're going to be happier. Well, if you look at your children in the same way and ask yourself when they are doing the things that they're doing, why is it that they are behaving the way that they are? And if you look at from the perspective of, well, they just want to be happy, which means that they're in a state or a place where they're not feeling the way that they would want to feel, whether that's bored or sad or lonely, hurt, scared, any of those emotions, but they may be feeling something that they don't want to feel, and they want to feel a happier feeling. They want to be in a happier state. If I understand that about my child, my approach to them is going to be different. And the other thing is, another law or principle that governs the world in which we live is the principle of control. So we can only control three things: our conscious thoughts, our emotions, and our behaviors, which sadly as a parent, we don't like hearing and sometimes understanding that we can't control our kids. But if you think about it from the day that they were born, we can't control them. There are certain things that we can, but you couldn't make your newborn baby stop crying. You couldn't make them eat. So even from the day they were born, there were certain things that we couldn't control as a parent. So if we understand that then, and we look at our children's behavior from these two different perspectives, one, that they're doing the things that they're doing because they want to be happy. And two, we can't control them. So we can't make them do something or make them not do something that they want to do. So we get rid of the control and instead we focus on influence. And again, if we know that what they're doing it because they want to be happy, and we've worked on building a relationship with them, then when they're behaving in ways that we do not feel are in their best interest, it's a lot easier to have a conversation with them, maybe without even judgment. It's more of a conversation of seeking to understand. So, tell me, son or daughter, why did you do what you did, or why didn't you do what you did? And without that judgment, without them having a fear of criticism, we can create this relationship where they know that as a parent, we're there with them because we love them and we want the very best for them. And we do want to know and understand them and why they are doing the things that they're doing as they share with us the reasons behind. So if we can get to a place, instead of getting from especially our teenage child and I don't know, because that's the most common response, if we can get to a place where they will begin to think and to consider for themselves, what was the reason behind my behavior? What was it that I was truly after? If we can find out the goal of their behavior, then together we can work at finding a better solution to what it is that they're looking for. Again, if what they're ultimately wanting is happiness, then together we can help them figure out how to find that happiness without using drugs or sex or external validation in order to avoid a negative feeling that I'm having to give me a short-term positive feeling that isn't going to last and that is ultimately going to influence me to feel worse about myself and then continue the negative behaviors. We can turn that around and help them find true happiness and to help them understand who they really are as individuals, and to understand that as their parent, we love and accept them and only want the very best for them. Thanks for watching today. I hope you found the content useful. If there are other challenges or specific challenges that you're facing with your younger children or teenagers, post them below and we'll address them in the future. And if you would like more information or additional helps with your children, visit our website. You'll see it listed below.